Will the Saints upset Big D in the Big Easy?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They're going to be in the Big Easy. They got smacked around by the Dallas Cowboys last season when they showed up in Big D, and the Saints remember that. I understand that Drew Brees is not there. Please don't get me wrong. And Teddy Bridgewater is essentially a game manager compared to the likes of Drew Brees, okay? That's how I feel anyway, although some people, in my opinion, have been labeling Drew Brees like a game manager over the last 2 years. I don't view it that way personally. I think he's still elite, and he's going to be missed. But here's what I will give Teddy Bridgewater credit for. He'll do something that Drew Brees won't do. He only ran about 3 times for about 12 yards against the Seahawks. But he does have the capability when necessary to move the chains in terms of running with the football to get a first down or something like that. You ain't got to worry about Drew Brees doing that. But Teddy Bridgewater can do that. Now, they leaned on Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas heavily last week, all right? All right, we saw what they did against the Seahawks, those two. The secondary weapons like Ted Ginn Jr. and others, I mean, you don't see that much from them. But the way I look at it is this. This is why I have the Saints winning this game. Outside of the fact that the disgusting, nauseating Cowboy fans out there, nothing pleases me more than making their life miserable. I can't stand none of yous. Outside of that, I will say this. This is the first defense, as far as I'm concerned, the Cowboys are facing this year. You know, Dak Prescott, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but this brother's dropped back in the pocket. He sat up there, he's called this girl, he's ordered some food for the house. He sat up there and called his friends and family members, had conversations with people in the stands before throwing a damn pass. He's been sitting pretty out there. He hasn't been touched. That will change this Sunday. He's going to get touched by New Orleans defense. And I'm going to be real anxious to see how the Dallas Cowboys offense, led by Kellen Moore, and the now aerial assault they think they have, because it's Dak Prescott, my number 2 candidate for league MVP behind Patrick Mahomes, by the way. But he's been nice, you know, the last couple of weeks he's been pairing nicely with Amari Cooper. We'll see what they do. I'm just of the belief that in New Orleans, in that noisy dome that you're obviously incredibly familiar with, I think they are truly walking into hostile confines. I think the defense answers the call, and I think that the Saints pull up the upset because considering how good Dallas is, New Orleans is somewhat playing with house money without Drew Brees, meaning having no pressure, and we all know how allergic to prosperity the Dallas Cowboys are.
The Saints have chances, for sure. I like the Cowboys in this game. And by the way, I was not one of these Chicken Little guys who said now Drew Brees is gone, their season is over. I think they have a good team. I was talking about how the Packers couldn't stop the run. The Saints were one of those high-powered offenses the last couple of years. What separated them from, let's say, Kansas City or teams like that is they could stop the run. They were good against the run. They're just an excellent team. And Bridgewater's become underrated somehow. Like, his career trajectory was kind of ticking up as maybe a franchise quarterback, maybe not a superstar, but a guy who you could trust your franchise with. When he got hurt, he's slightly built. That was always the fear. And he came back as a guy you're looking at and go, that's one of the best backups you could ask for. And you have that guy in case of emergency, right? Oh, no Drew Brees. Well, put this excellent backup in. Can he keep us at least 500 while Drew Brees is hurt? Yes, he can. But the Cowboys are an excellent team, like at every level. The one thing I thought was holding them back was the play calling, but Kellen Moore has changed that. And they have everything. They feed their linebackers like gunpowder or something. Like, they have savages at linebacker. They have guys who can rush off the end. They have guys who can cover. They have guys who can go get the ball. They have obviously a guy who can run the ball. They have an offensive line that is healthy again and together and has been the best in recent years. I mean, they have every single thing you need. And as much as I think of Bridgewater as a backup and as the Saints as a team, they just went on the road and with their backup beat the Seahawks, who are a good team. I don't see them going like undefeated or winning 3/4 of their games in Drew Brees' absence. Last week was a game that they got. I thought it was possible. This game is a game they're going to lose. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.